the other day when we were out at the Roxy doing the show, that woman who came up to us who had asked if she could use the cell phone, the woman came up and she said, hey, can I borrow your cell phone for a second? She had to make a call. I said, okay, sure. So she put it up to her head and looked at it. She gave it back to me. She said, I don't get it. I'm not hearing a dial tone. And I said, well, no. I mean, it's a cell phone.
I thought she was kidding.
I know. I said, haven't you ever used a cell phone before? And she said, no. I said, you've never, ever used
remember, we talked to her. I remember that.
It's incredible. And this was a woman who's she was probably mid-20s, early to mid-20s.
Never used a cell phone.
Well-dressed, looked to be fairly well-educated. I mean, this was not like somebody just crawled out from a garage or something.
No,
I mean,
she just
was like,
honestly had never used a cell phone.
She also said she had never sent a fax.
Correct.
Now, I believe there are people out there who have not sent faxes.
Yeah, my mom.
My dad. Yeah. People who have secretaries and stuff.
Right.
My mom's still trying to get used to what a CD is.
Some people haven't logged onto a computer or the internet.
But that's true. Absolutely. A lot of people. But I was pretty amazed that there was a person who had never
done something so simple,
or had never used, or had been in a car where one. So anyway, then I came back to the office and we were talking about it, and there was a woman here who works at 99X who disclosed that she's never had a cup of coffee in her life.
Ever. Not even tasted?
Has never had a cup of coffee. It has never interested her.
She also said she'd never had a hot dog before either.
Never eaten a hot dog.
Never even lured to taste it?
No. I have an uncle who's never been to McDonald's. He's never had anything from McDonald's.
Ever.
How can you never had something from McDonald's?
How can they serve 58 billion people
and they missed my uncle?
Yeah.
Is there, what have you...
Well, this isn't really unusual, but I've never been on a horse before. Don't laugh.
You've never been on a horse or a motorcycle?
Or a motorcycle, but that's...
I don't blame you for not wanting to go on a motorcycle.
You've never been on a horse?
No, I just, it's something I've just never done, but...
I don't enjoy riding horses
You'll
myself,
be sore
but I've been on one,
a while.
It's a little, what about you, Barnes? Is there anything like really simple?
Although I have been on an elephant. But that's a whole... I've never been on
an elephant.
So that's something else. Go ahead, Barnes.
God, I can't believe there's somebody... I can't believe... What? Something like the simplest little thing that you've just never done?
Well, I've never drank a cup of coffee, but I've tasted it. I don't like it. That's why I haven't drank it.
You tasted it, you spit it out, said I don't want any of that.
I can't think of anything.
Okay, here's what I want to find out. Is there something that you have never done... Like the simplest thing. I mean, the good example is this woman who's never been on a cell phone.
There's some people that I know that have never flown.
Okay. Is there anybody who's never flown in an airplane?
Never flown in a plane.
That's pretty... I've heard of people like that. That's amazing to me, too. In 1997.
How do you get by without... I mean, how do you see anything without flying?
I know people... You know what? I know people who have never been out of Georgia.
Now, I do know someone in... I don't know where this person is, but they've never driven a car before, and they're in their, mid-20s.
Well, if you live in New York, that's probably common.
Yeah, they never drive a car.
Oh, yeah, there are people who go their whole lives without. But, like, somebody who lives not in New York who's never driven...
This needs to be you, by the way, not like I heard a friend or I know a friend. It's got to be you, first person.
A task or something, just the simplest thing you've never done. Yeah.
I've never flown on an airplane. I'm 32.
Never been on it? Is that a fear of flying?
No, I've just never had to fly anywhere.
How can that be?
You've never had a job interview or a relative or a funeral
or a vacation?
A vacation?
No, I'm always going to Florida.
You just go to Florida?
Yeah, that's it.
Are you curious?
Yeah, I've always wanted to, but I've just never done it.
Jimmy, there's some stuff out there you might want to see, my man.
Yeah.
Life outside.
Hey, listen, we're giving away a trip a day starting next week. Maybe you can win one of those Stones trips.
Yeah, go ahead and give me one. I'll fly.
Go ahead and give you one.
If we could arrange an airplane trip for you, you would take one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Are you afraid to fly?
Not that I know of.
Has it been a money thing? Has it been a money thing?
No, I've just never...
You've never had the urge to go to Las Vegas or California or Seattle or anywhere?
Yeah, I've had the urge. I've just never done it.
He's never done it. Okay.
Where do you live?
I live in Conyers.
We got to get you on an airplane.
Yeah,
that is weird.
We need to try to qualify for one of these trips next week.
You know what? Hold on a second. Maybe somebody at one of the local airlines in town is listening in and would be willing to give you your first airplane ride.
Put you in the green room. Hang on.
Man, that's amazing.
Tommy.
Hey.
What about you?
Well, I've never owned a long sleeve shirt.
Never, ever?
Nope.
Why?
Well, grew up in southern Florida, never felt the need for one.
See,
I mean,
you have jackets, right?
Well, windbreaker type jackets. Nothing heavier than a
It gets a
cotton
little
shirt.
cold here in Atlanta. I mean,
Yeah, it's more of a tradition now than anything else.
Well, what do you
just
wear?
freeze your ass off for the fun of it.
To make a point?
Yeah, well, I just moved here recently over the summer, so the weather's been treating me nice lately.
So what happens when it gets chilly?
Well,
You don't go
He
outside?
just wears a sweater over his short sleeve shirt.
I just have to see what happens, you know?
Do you have sweaters?
What do you mean? You just see what happens?
Do you have any sweaters?
Do not. No long sleeve shirts.
Wait,
You're
you
just
don't
a
have-
t-shirt guy.
I'm a t-shirt kind of guy.
You have a jacket.
Yeah, windbreaker.
He said a
type
windbreaker.
jacket.
Just a windbreaker.
Yeah, you know.
Wait a minute.
You
but
may
it
have
gets-
to upgrade, bro.
I got a nice Brian Lacrosse windbreaker. It's very nice.
But it gets cold here in the winter.
Well, yeah, I haven't experienced the winter here in Atlanta yet, but so far, the weather's been very nice.
Well, it changes.
That's amazing.
It
And
will
what do you do
change.
when you get dressed up to go out at night? I mean, you put on a tie. You do the whole, you look like an engineer with a tie and the short sleeve shirt?
Like an with your undershirt poking out underneath it.
What?
I have some nice short sleeve polo shirts, the kids like to wear, the Tommy Hilfiger, the baggy pants.
Right.
You've never had to go to church?
Church, I wear a suit.
Well,
With a short sleeve shirt.
With a short sleeve
shirt.
Yeah, I'm very serious about church.
All right. Good
Okay,
for
then.
you. All righty.
See you later.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lori,
Yep.
how about you?
I'm 25 and I've never ridden a bike before.
What?
Never ridden a bike. I didn't even
No.
think about
Is there
that.
any
Why?
emotional
What?
scarring to lead to that decision, or just
My mom was real protective when we were growing up, and she was just like afraid that I was kind of klutzy when I was younger.
Right.
And I grew up in Boston, and she was just petrified that I was going to kill myself on a bike, I
Okay.
guess.
So
I
you
guess they
never
never do
got
the old, it's just like riding a bike.
Okay, listen.
Exactly. So when, that's kind of like a deep, dark secret I very rarely unveil. but-
If you're just tuning in, we're taking calls from the year 1804, and
We're looking
hey,
for
listen,
simpletons.
That's
Can
wild.
Can you listen? If I bring a bike up here,
Are you Amish?
Yeah, no, Amish can ride bikes.
Oh,
can't
they can?
Can they? I think they can ride bikes. That's all they can do.
I think that's a
We were
prereq,
talking to
right?
the Amish this morning.
Do you have any idea how to ride a bike?
I would not have a clue. I would definitely skin the old knee.
Are you? What, can we teach you how to ride a bike?
You got a deal. I would love to.
We need to get all these people together, just have a lesson
This
day.
guy's in a plane. She's on a bike. That
I'm
guy's
with
on
you,
a-
Barnes. I think that's a good idea.
You hold on to. We're going to teach you how to ride a bicycle on the Morning X.
Okay.
Maybe we should start her out on an exercise bike.
I've done
To
that.
get the pedaling
done that
art.
many a time.
Get the pedal art
That
down.
is absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
Okay,
on.
this is
Hold on,
wild.
Lori. Jeremy,
Yes.
speak to us.
Hi, who is this?
Barnes
is-
less than Jimmy. Who do you think it
It's
is?
the Morning X. You call
I
us.
listen to your show all the time. I
Okay.
love it.
You're the one.
What have you never done?
I've never eaten lettuce in my life.
Why?
I don't know.
You ever go to the bathroom?
Never eaten lettuce.
You've never eaten lettuce.
What? Well,
Not a salad, not a sandwich.
No, and it's really weird because I work at Wendy's.
wait a minute. You work at Wendy's. You've never slid a piece of lettuce in your mouth?
Never.
You
Why?
just see that green stuff and wonder what it tastes like?
Was it like when you were a kid, you just never...
No, mom was always good to me. She never made me eat it.
But now you're not curious?
Nuh-uh.
Little roughage is not so bad sometimes.
It's weird.
Well, I'm kind of a hearty beef person.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, we're going to get you a head of lettuce, too.
Oh, thanks.
We'll see you later.
I want to get Lori to eat a head of lettuce on a bike.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Who's this?
that's Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, what's your, whatever?
Never been to a concert before.
Oh, nice try.
Now,
Hold
wait
on.
a minute. Are you serious?
Swear to God.
No way.
Never been to one.
Why would you have never been to a concert?
I've never went to one in the crowds.
How do you live in this society and not end up
Do you
at a
not like-
concert of some form?
Do you not like crowds?
A whole lot of people in all the traffic. Not really.
There's never been a band that you've wanted to see live?
Not
what's
enough
your...
to pay for it and sit in traffic and go to all that.
Wow.
Well, what do you do to survive? Why do you live in Atlanta if traffic and people is such a problem?
I don't live in Atlanta.
Where do you live?
I live in Cartersville.
Listen to Barnes is like attacking the guy.
No,
'cause
well, I
he's
mean,
never been to a concert.
I'm just like, well, if you don't like people and crowds, why would you live in a big metro city?
He doesn't. He lives in
Well, he lives in
Cartersville. By the way, that's a cool little town. I've been there several times. So,
Well, I hear Elton's going to play Cartersville later this week, so you should be
Well,
sick.
how old are you?
21.
okay. So what's your favorite band?
There's 100 million of them. So.
Name a band you like.
Yeah, your absolute favorite.
I like Smash Mouth,
Pearl Jam.
So you wouldn't go out of your way to see Pearl Jam at a concert?
Probably not.
Are you claustrophobic?
No.
Yes,
I just don't have a lot of time to do a lot of stuff like that between working.
What do you do?
I refinish antiques.
That doesn't leave you a lot of free
get you
time?
out to a concert.
No, because I work 6 days a week, and then the rest of the time I'm out doing insurance estimates.
But when you were a kid,
because I think Smash Mouth may be coming back to town. We got to get him into that show.
Okay, let's send you to a concert. Well, will you go? You won't go.
Well, it depends on when it is.
What do we have?
If it's on the weekend or night, yeah, probably I could. But if it's during any time where I got to work, I don't miss work for nothing.
I think that...
are you single?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the ideal date.
Wow.
I don't want to go to a concert. Too many people.
To a concert.
We'll get your name and we'll get your phone number off the air and send you to see Smash Mouth.
All right.
The crowd shouldn't be too bad at Smash Mouth. I mean, I'll tell you what, we'll get you a little area where nobody can get up next to you.
There you go.
I like that. Like in the Queen's box or something, you know.
Sit with me because I'm the same way. I just go to the concerts.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I thought you were trying to pull our leg.
Well, the closest thing I've ever been to anything like that is somebody gave me some baseball tickets to go see the Braves one time, and I had them, and I just never bothered because I didn't want to drive in all that traffic.
Wow. Boy, you do sound like the ideal date. So tell me about your boyfriend. Well, he doesn't like to go to concerts. He doesn't like to go to baseball games.
He doesn't really want to do anything.
Do you go to movies?
Well, that's different. You know, if I had a girl, I'd take her out somewhere like that. But, I mean, I just don't have time to do anything like that.
You wouldn't know what to do. You've never been.
Well, it's true.
We'll give you the crash course.
All right, Leslie, you think your job is busy? Try refinishing antiques for a living.
The best of the Morning X on 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The original 99.